I never get tired of that feeling of flushing a
Mm-mm.
shot and it landing close to the pin. Flag, flag. And dude, the feeling, it's just like,
Pause. No Diddy.
our
But
man, 50 grand, Scottie Scheffler. The man is killing it. I'm sorry. Like, I put him in the title, like, dude, does this get boring? He won his sixth tournament of the year back to back, or not back to back, sorry, missed, the U.S. Open and the U.S. Open, which was his worst finish of the year. And that's the thing, like, I was just kind of thinking about the 2024 that Scottie Scheffler has had, and it's
yeah.
honestly pretty ridiculous. I mean, you think about the wins, that's one piece of it. New father, that's a whole
Hmm.
nother piece of it. Got
Yeah.
arrested.
He's
I
juggling a
think
lot of things, man.
when I was looking at the results for the year, I really truly believe that he had a chance to win the PGA Championship. T8 for somebody who got arrested, pretty damn good, man. I don't
Right.
know, man. I just don't know where we're gonna end up. I don't want to run through his results because I just think that, um, looking through the list again, that T41 at the US Open was his worst finish of the year. This Century season opening T5, American Express T17, Pebble Beach T6, Phoenix Waste Management T3rd, Genesis T10, won the Arnold Palmer, the Players back to back, the Texas Children's Open in Houston T2, which we said he really had a chance to win that simple putt that he missed, and then went into the Masters. We know he won that. RBC Heritage, PGA Championship, T8, the Charles Schwab
What's up,
in
Jose? What do you
Fort
need?
Worth. Hold on, I'm gonna mute Marcus real quick. All right, Memorial won it, and then U.S. Open T41, and then of course today winning the Travelers. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't know. I'm not getting bored of watching excellence. And that's the when I watch Scotty play golf, I see somebody that has separated himself from, PGA Tour, um, anybody that's playing live. He's just different. And the efficiency with which he plays the game, he's winning in different ways today after some rowdy protesters, which I still haven't been. I'm sure the reasons out there, what cause they were trying to get at, came out on 18 as Akshay Bhatia, Tom Kim, and Scottie Scheffler approached the 18th green at the Travelers with some powdery canned substance, getting tackled by the police, really stopping the tournament play. Tom
Yeah.
Kim ultimately making his birdie putt. Scotty coming in with the par, but winning in the playoff. Again, just finding different ways to win. Like I said, I'm not getting bored of watching it. I love seeing athletes perform at the top of their game. What do you think about the trajectory that what do you I know we talked about this already. Eight's the number that we want to see him hit. And that's kind of, the modern record. Um, what do you think's left for the rest of his year?
Firstly, Tiger. This is Tiger. Tiger's like fourth best season, and this is Scotty's best season. Just as a
Right.
comparison to what we're talking about right now, Tiger's won nine. Tiger's won eight twice. Tiger's won seven. Tiger's won six twice. Individual years. So again, this is what we're dealing with here when we talk about Scotty prolific season. Tiger's
Right.
trumped this five separate times. You know what I'm saying?
Multiple
So
times.
multiple times. But I think it's crazy to even speak on, but this was a great pairing for both Tom and Scotty. Homies, literal actual homies. Um, it was Tom's birthday earlier this week, so you felt like he was going to be coming off a lot of good momentum, and you felt
Yeah.
it. 65 or 62 followed by 65. You backed up a 8 under run with a 5 under round to go 13 clear. Yeah, boy was seriously golfing. But then
Yeah.
when it gets down to it, when you got to hit the nails, your boy Scotty is right there for it. He just clipped him. He clipped him again. He shot 64 to or 65 to Tom Kim's respectable 66. Dude went four
Yeah.
under on the round and still got clipped. I think when they were going down the second 72nd hole and the playoff hole, Scotty and them are conversing. It's a cool little
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And
They've they've had Thanksgiving. He's had him over for Thanksgiving. They're that
yeah,
tight.
yeah, yeah.
They're broken
They're
bread.
that type. So it was crazy because it's like we were talking about it in the shop. As you see the backdrop, I'm at work. So we were watching the coverage, and of course, we're sitting here and we're like, all right, they're buddy buddy. I don't know if I'd still be talking during the 72nd hole, which could be the determining hole or the playoff hole. But I think it speaks to Scotty's level because he's not going to get distracted. He still knows
No.
he's going to hit shots, which is what happened. He hit it to 6 feet. And when the pressure was on, Tom Kim outdrove him. Didn't matter.
Yes.
Had a lesser club in his hand. Didn't matter. Still came up. Didn't have the goods. Scotty played to the middle of the green, 6 feet over the hole, two putted and got up out of there. And
It's the
Tommy's dealing with
consistency.
a fried egg. It's the consistency, which is not boring
Yeah.
to me because he's done it in separate ways all week.
Bro, tell me this. Bryson talked about this last week at the U.S. Open, playing boring golf. You
Trying to
tell
play as
me,
boring golf as possible.
bro. You tell me when you're on a heater, do you ever get tired of hitting the middle of the green? Do you
Absolutely
ever
not.
get tired of flag hunting and scoring? Um, Look, maybe I know the level of golf is very different, but I never get tired of that feeling of flushing a
Mm-mm.
shot and it landing close to the pin. Like today. Um Again, shout out to Myrtle Beach. Played I think it's the World Tour Golf Links. It's their version of like a Tour 18. And I honestly got on a cooker where I felt like I couldn't miss hit an iron for about 12 holes and just flag. And dude, the feeling, it's just like, like, dude. So
This guy.
imagine Scotty, bro. He's been playing that type of golf for the last 2 years where he's just
Right.
lights out. People know that Scotty is coming. Really, three because he won the Masters a couple years ago, or 3 years ago. So, dude, you don't get tired of that, and you don't get tired of chasing people down and winning tournaments and earning $24 million on the tour. Not even a full three-fourths through the season. Bro's banked $24 million. And that doesn't include the endorsement deals that he's probably got going on off to the side. My guy is winning at life right now. New baby,
Yeah.
winning tournaments, chasing down records. He is the closest thing, still very far, closest thing that we've seen to Tiger. 28 years old. So, prime of his life, and I think I don't know. I just don't see anybody else with the intangibles that we've seen from Scotty, and it's almost getting kind of old gushing on him. But it's so good and it's so consistent, and
Yeah.
he's predictable as the sun coming up every day. So yeah,
Yeah. I
excuse
think
me for sack riding.
no. Harvey Pinnock has a great quote about this, and I probably said it not on the show, but I've said it to you before. The guy with the pretty swing isn't the guy you need to worry about. The guy that has the unique swing, the original swing, but still scoring and still having a good round, that's the guy you need to worry about because he's figured out a way to still maintain and control his ball striking and where the flight of the ball is going to go, despite whatever he's got going on with his feet, despite whatever he's got going on with his hands, whatever he's got going on with his body. The ball striking is still there. The putting now that he's got the TaylorMade Spider in his hand again is still there. It's nothing you can do about it. And just like what Mickey said, when you got a caddy like freaking Ted Scott, your course management is going to be crazy. I mean, Ted Scott's made more money than some of these pros on tour this year. So, I mean, let's just say
Okay,
that.
I think
Let's just say
I
that.
think the stat. I think somebody's. I think I need to see like a Twitter post on it. But I think legit. I think Ted Scott is like number two, in earnings if he
Seriously,
was a
I mean, he's up to
player.
like he's up to 3 or 4 million now after these last couple of wins. The win at the
Okay,
Memorial,
maybe
another
not number
elevated
two,
event. Then
but
this win,
he's up there.
Travelers, he's up there. He might be closer to 5, 6 now with the
Yeah,
pay cut and then whatever he's making salary wise. You know he's got to be on salary with Scotty. Scotty makes too much money. There's no way he's just
yeah.
going tournament to tournament. He's
But
way
that's the
too in.
thing. Also, Scotty plays a lot of golf too. I mean, considering his
Right.
star status, he's not just sitting out weeks upon a time where we don't see Scotty. Scotty's playing 2 to 3 times a month.
He came right back
It's
after the PGA Championship and played.
yeah,
He came right back the
yep.
next week.
Well, now that they have all the signature events right after majors to keep our attention, right? So we don't have
Yeah.
that major fall off that we've seen in previous years. So I mean, he was compensated well to win the Memorial. So don't get it completely twisted. He was incentivized to be there, but then he
Yeah.
went out and won it. So it's that little second tier of guys that had their run and then now are kind of, I don't know, struggling or kind of teetering on what we consider a star anymore. Love Jordan Spieth. Hadn't really been performing. I love Tony Finau. That man should be winning more than he has. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. There's a bunch of guys in that tier that Scotty is just like stepping on their neck so hard
Yeah.
right now. Who do you think could challenge Scotty like consistently?
Consistently, nobody. It's gotta be a group. And then even then the group very inconsistent. I mean, you gotta put Tom Kim in there, new hot thing. You gotta put like a guy like Max Homa. You gotta put a guy like
Yeah,
Wyndham Clark, Cam
but
Young,
all all all
not just because he shot
inconsistent.
up 59. All inconsistent.
Yeah,
Then I mean you gotta think about it just like what you were saying about the fall off between season to season. Who's the guy we all know and love? Harry Higgs. Dude was on a Corn Ferry tour getting it out the mud, bruh. He got his
yeah.
card back. Congrats to him. So he'll be back next season, 2025. He'll have full playing privileges. But he's going to finish
Hopefully,
out
comes
this
back
year on the
hungry.
Corn Ferry tour. Yeah, hopefully he comes back and knows how easy it is to lose it, and does a little bit of the extra work or get some of those good breaks to keep it in play. But otherwise, I really don't see anybody really just touching Scotty week to week. I mean, also I meant to say it. Max Homa had a great quote. I mean, just a a social media genius, if you will. But bro said, I got my ass kicked by a guy that was in jail and then came back and shot a 65 the next morning. Like,
Right.
what am I supposed to do? Max, you nailed it on the head, bro. What are we supposed to do with that, bro? He didn't win the
I mean,
tournament, but
legit.
T8 after being in jail?
You can't tell me. So we said, right, that was round one that the arrest happened. Came out, shot a number. Then the next day was kind of that crash, that emotional
Round two.
crash. And then round
Yeah.
two, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
But then got
Saturday
it back
moving day, he had
together.
the little chaplain. I and
Yeah.
and he really, dude, that's what makes him likable. He ain't have no complaints or excuses. He said, no, Ted Scott, we agreed to it earlier on. He has family is always first. He's always going to be able to do that. I have something in place. My chaplain here is one of my good friends on tour. It is not an excuse. Whether I'm doing my own numbers and counting off my own yardages and stuff, it does not matter. That's not an excuse for what happened. The adrenaline might have worn off. It's not an excuse. Dude took everything on the chin, pause, no diddy, but really stood 10 toes down on him having a bad round and sticking to his guns. He knew what it was. And he
Yeah.
came, and just like you were getting ready to say, my apologies for interjecting, but came right back
No.
and had a round on the fourth on the last round. So
Yep.
ain't nobody touching Scotty, really, man. I don't know what to say, bro.
I know. It's kind of sick. And um even again, we were talking about greatness, LPGA and PGA. And we've seen Nelly struggle and we've seen Scotty
Yeah,
fall off the wagon and get right back on. Again, just continues to figure out ways through his play to elevate himself. And to all the haters who
really.
said that he didn't have a personality, we've been seeing a lot more of Scotty. I think the Family Man. I mean, just going full circle, everything that
Yeah,
relates to public relations he does incredibly well. He's got a hell of a team. He's a genuine dude. That's a whole, a
very
guy that I
authentic.
work with is a member at River Oaks and has saw Scotty grow up, and he's a genuine dude. In the off season, like regular weeks, they're up at the club eating, playing pickleball. They're just regular folks, and
Yeah.
just can deal with regular people and interact. He's not a star. He's just a dude that walks around his neighborhood and gets ice cream. Like I said, just different, built different, and I think built for this moment that we've needed in golf to kind of, I don't think he said much about the live stuff, very little. Just let his game speak,
Yeah.
ultimately. And in long term, he's going to win because of that. All the kind of rewards that he's going to, really be deserving
Hmm.
of are going to come his way. And it's coming naturally. So enough,
He even had a good quotable about that, about Liv.
what is that?
He said the only people that's losing is the fans because we split. Who are they gonna go for? Who are they gonna cheer for? But also just on a separate tangent about Scotty, you know what it is? People don't think he has a personality because it's not the personality that they want to see. They want to see him out in the spotlight, getting messed up, getting trashed. Dude, he won the Waste Open, the Waste Management last year, and he still hit Scottsdale, old Scottsdale, had some drinks with the guys, and then made it to his next event. So when you say he's not one of the guys or he can't be out on the scene, he's proven everything wrong, and then he's still about his paper and he's still about his religion. Now, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but the dude is very steadfast about it. He's spoken on it before. I mean, he is true and true, one of the most authentic people you could think about, especially on the natural stage, on the national stage. So, I mean, it's just people are hunting for bad things to say about him, essentially, at this
You
point.
get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So, uh,
Absolutely.
hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.